when actually when D is getting incrementing. D is getting incrementing only if B is true. So when B is becoming true, you check for that case. So okay, now we'll start with our pseudocode. We are actually iterating over the table rows, reading the first row. That is common for everything, every pseudocode, every procedure, right? Then here we are initializing with I equal to 1, A equal to false, and B equal to false. Initially all of them are false. Okay, A and B are false initially. So here what we are doing is, while I less than or equal to x dot letter count, that means we are iterating over the letters of our word, current word x. Okay, we are checking if ith letter of x dot word is a vowel. We are checking whether it is a vowel. So what we are doing is, like, we have taken a card, we have picked a card, and for this card we are iterating over the letters of that card. So we are checking if ith letter of x dot word is a vowel. What is our I initially? It is 1. So we are checking whether first letter of our word is a vowel. If it is a vowel, then what we are doing, then this all the statement inside the if block will be executed. No, so if A, we will check what is our A value initially. It is false. It is false initially, right? Then B equal to true won't happen, because if A is not, initially our A value is false, so it won't be, B won't be updated to true. But what will happen is, after seeing the first vowel, A equal to true will be set. We will set A equal to true. That will happen. And then I equal to I plus 1 will be incremented. That means we will continue to iterate over the letters of our word. Is this clear till now, whatever I have explained?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't understand that second if loop. Like, if A is true, then
Ma'am,
Okay. That
how A
means,
is true?
yeah,
Ma'am,
the
that means it
value
is
of
not going to take
A.
first vowel of a word.
Sorry.
Ma'am, uh, I'm thinking that it is not going to take first vowel of a word.
So it is going to check whether our first letter of the word is a vowel or not, because initially I is 1. So it will check whether the first letter of our word, the current word, is a vowel or not. If it is a vowel, then we will be in this if loop, no? Then all the statements in the if loop will be executed. What are the statements inside our if loop? There is another if loop inside the if loop. So inside that if loop, inside the nested if loop, we are checking if A. That means if A is initially false, we are checking whether the value of A is true or not. If it is true, then only the statement inside that if loop will be executed. That means we will set B equal to true. But what is our value of A initially? It is false, right? It is false. So A value is false. So that is false. The condition has become false. So we will come out of that inner if loop, but the statement of the outer if loop, that is A equal to true, that will be set. Is it clear
yes, yes.
for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So initially, even after seeing the first letter of the word, first vowel of our word, of the word, current word, B won't be set to true, right? Because only A will be set to true after seeing the first vowel in our word. Now I equal to I plus 1 will happen. This inner while loop will continue. That means we will still remain continuing iterating over the letters of our word. That means I value equal to I plus 1 will happen. Now I plus 1 means the current count of I is 2. Then we will check for the second letter. We will check whether 2 is less than or equal to x dot letter count. Okay, if it is satisfied, then we will enter in this if loop, and we will check whether the current letter, if the ith letter of the x dot word is a vowel. Okay, if it is a vowel, then we will check if A. If A means the value of A should be true. Now previously we have seen a vowel, so the value of A is true previously also. Previously we have already seen a vowel, so A value is set to true. So if A now currently our A value will be true only, because we have not reinitialized it to false. So if A will be true, so B equal to true will happen. the condition B equal to true, will happen, and A value will be true again. This. So A value will be true. This statement also will be executed, and we will still continue this. I equal to I plus 1 will do. That means we will still continue iterating over the letters of our word. Okay.
Then ma'am,
Yeah.
then ma'am, just checking. It was Monday morning.
Hmm.
Why? Also, the code or work in Vaj.
You don't have to check for words. You have to check letter count.
Yeah. I Vaj have 3-letter count. So if we taking it, then having 2-letter count, and 2 is greater than 1. So the while loop follow the condition and go to the code down. If ith letter means first letter is vowel, so I have the first letter is I, so I is vowel. So if A is true and also and above the right hand there initialize that A is equal to false, so it's not working. Then we will go down and A is equal to true,
Yes.
and I is equal to 1 plus 1. I is equal to 2.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, and then here the code if it's not working, yeah, and again we go to the up, and now I is equal to 2 and A is equal to true and B is equal to false.
Hmm.
Yeah ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. So in that
Then
case,
Vaj, but
yeah.
ma'am wait, Vaj have 3-letter.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I is 2 and 3 is greater than 2,
See,
and
let's
ith
wait.
letter I is 2, so also it working on Vaj.
So for was, what will be the letter count? For see,
3.
no, not 3.
Ma'am, can you
See,
take please Squad Word data set? It will be
Excuse
easy
me,
for
ma'am.
us
Yes, ma'am.
because you are not writing on display. It's
okay. Yeah, I will write. Then I should
Ma'am,
stop sharing.
it work.
So yeah, this this document is visible, right? Word document.
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
it is.
Yeah, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So actually, we are initially starting with D equal to 0,
No.
right? Sorry, D
Okay.
equal to 0. So D will be incremented only if B is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, will be incremented only if B is true. You check when B is becoming true. Everyone try to analyze when B is becoming true by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
B becomes
try.
true when A is
When
true.
on vowel,
Hello.
When B, yeah, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Yeah, B is becoming true when
B is true when A is true.
when
is
A
true.
is true and
True.
when A is true and there should be vowel also, right?
Yeah.
ma'am,
Yes,
when
ma'am.
A will true,
Wait. B is becoming true when if A is true and also there is one vowel, another vowel also, right?
Mm.
Right, ma'am. Correct.
And what
Yeah.
do you mean by another vowel? I mean the second vowel?
Yes, A will be true if there is one, if it has seen one vowel. A will be true if there is at least one vowel. At least one vowel. Okay, just keep in mind, I will explain this. Okay, that's all. Okay, now actually this outer while loop, the outer while loop is for iterating over the words. Outer while loop for iterating over words. Iterating words. Inner while loop is to iterate the letters of each word. Inner while loop is for iterating the letters of word. Iterating letter. Is it clear for everyone? Letters of each word.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, for B it is not clear. You have written another vowel, which means
Yeah, I will explain
will
what
have-
that does mean. Yeah. Iterating letters of each word. Okay. Now for every word, you can see I equal to 1, A equal to false, B equal to false. So for every word, initially for every word, I will be 1.
Take one word and explain, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I will explain with the word itself. For every word, I is 1, A equal to false, and B equal to false. So let us take example of the same sentence which was there in the data set. That is, it was Monday morning. It was Monday morning. So it is our first word. For the first word, so we are actually checking whether table 1 has more row. We are reading the first row, that is it. And for the it, you can see I equal to 1, A equal to false, and B equal to false. While I less than or equal to x dot letter count. That means our I value. What is our letter count? It letter count 2. So 2 is less than or equal to 1 is less than or equal to 2. No, so we will enter the inside this inside this while loop, in a while loop. Inside the inner while loop, we will check if ith letter of x dot word is a vowel. Yes, first letter, that is I. I is a vowel. So we will, this if condition is satisfied, first if condition. So for the inner if, we will check whether if A, what is our A value? It is false. It is false. It is not true. So the statement won't be executed. The statement inside that inner if loop won't be executed. Now A will be true. So A we will set to true. For I, A will be set to true. Then what we will do, we will will be inside this inner while loop, and I equal to I plus 1 will happen. That means I value will become true, 2. So then in the inner while loop, we will check again whether 2 is less than or equal to x dot letter count. What is our x dot letter count? It is 2. Yes, 2 is less than or equal to 2. The condition is satisfied. So we will execute this. If ith letter of x dot word is a vowel, that means what is our second letter? That is T. T is not a vowel. So we won't execute this. We won't execute the statements which are inside the if loop.
One doubt here. Do we not need to reset that A value to false again?
So A value, can you check where the A value is situated? Please. Can you check where the A value is situated? So A value equal to false, where we are setting it is outside of this inner while loop. So for every letter, it will be for every word till the iterating of our word is being done, we will be still inside our inner while loop. For the inner while loop, we won't be resetting A to false and B to false again. Only for the new word, only for the fresh word, we will reset our I equal to 1 and A equal to false and B equal to false. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, A has become true for I, and for T, that is T is not a vowel, so we will come out of this if block. But still I equal to I plus 1 will happen. That means I value will be 3. So 3 is not less than or equal to our x dot letter count. So we will come out of this inner while loop. So we will check
Excuse me,
if
ma'am.
B,
Will we not go into the else block?
S block
If
is
we,
not there, no?
like line, okay, so there is a block which says if ith letter of word X is a vowel. So since T is not a vowel, so we will not go into this if block.
Yes.
But there is another after
I equal to
closing.
I plus 1 happen. I equal to I plus 1 will happen. That means
Okay, right,
I
right,
value
right.
will be
Oh,
3.
okay. There is no else. Oh, I'm seeing some other question. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, please.
Yeah.
Ma'am, it will become more easy if you use word data set.
Yeah, that's what I'm using, no? It was Monday morning. That's what I'm telling, right? So yeah, it has completed it. The word it has completed, because while I less than or equal to x dot letter count, that won't be satisfied because 3 is not less than or equal to 2. So this we will be outside of this inner while loop. So what is the next statement outside of the inner while loop? That is if B. So what is the value of our B at the end of iteration of the it? It is still false. So D won't be incremented for it, right? D is
Yes.
not getting, yeah. Okay, what is the second word? We told it was. So for was, okay, we will move it to table 2, and again we will check whether there are more cards in our table 1. That the more card is was. The next card is was. Now read the top row in the table 1, that is was. So for was, I will be set to 1, A will be set to false, and B will be set to false. Again, all this initialization will happen for every word. For every word, this initially I value will be 1, A value will be false, and B value will be false. So in the now we will be this statement here. While I less than or equal to x dot letter count. That means what is our value of I? I value is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 3. Worst letter count is 3, no? 1 is less than or equal to 3. That condition is satisfied. So if ith letter of x dot word is a vowel, no, right? W is not a vowel. So I value will be incremented. I value will be 2. That will happen. So 2 is less than or equal to 3. Yes, that is happening. 2 is less than or equal to 3. The inner while loop condition has satisfied. We will check again if ith letter of x dot word is a vowel. What is our ith letter? A. So A is a vowel. Yes, right. So we will check again if A is not satisfied, because A value is false. So it is false for verse. It is not satisfied. So here we will set A to true. That's all. B equal to true won't happen. A equal to true will be set. Okay. Then again this I equal to I plus 1 will happen. So what will be our I value? 3. Now 3, is it clear for everyone? 3 is less than or equal to 3. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
If ith letter of x dot word is a vowel, it's not a vowel. It is not a vowel. So we won't enter inside this if block. But I equal to I plus 1 will happen. So 4 will happen. So again, the condition won't be satisfied. The inner while loop condition won't be satisfied. That is 4 is not less than or equal to 3. The inner while loop condition is not satisfied. So we will come out of this inner while loop and we will check whether if B. That means whether the value of B is true or not, we will check. No, it is not true. It is still false. So D equal to D plus 1 won't happen. We will move X to table 2. So X will be, that means was will be moved to table 2. Now again, we will be still inside this outer while loop. We will check whether table 1 has more rows. That means the next, yeah, there are more rows also. That means more words. Read the first row X in the table 1. That is Monday. We will read Monday. For Monday also, you can see I equal to 1, A equal to false, B equal to false. That we have to, that is happening. For every new word, I value will be 1, B value will, A value will be false, false and B value will be false. So now inside the inner while loop, we will iterate over the
Ma'am,
letters. Yeah.
ma'am, why you not updating the initializations
I
when one
have
is when
updated here the initializations.
but
You can see A value is true, right? Here inside the inner while loop, A value has become true after seeing A in the words. But here,
so
if B, let me complete. Okay, if B, we will check whether if B, no, B is not true. Then D equal to D plus 1 won't happen. Move X to table 2. We will move was to table 2. Now we will check again whether table 1 has more rows. Yes, it has more rows. Read the first row X in table 1. We will read the first row, that is Monday. I equal to 1, A equal to false, B equal to false. That will be, we are setting it again. For every new word, this will be set. You can see how many times this statement is getting executed. This I equal to 1, A equal to false, B equal to false. For every row, for every new row, this will be happening. Can you check that? Is it clear for you now, or you have still doubt? We are updating it A value, B value to false again for every new word.
Clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, clear.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now, yeah, for this Monday also, I will be 1, A equal to false, B equal to false. Now we are inside this. Now the next statement is while I less than X dot letter count. So X dot letter count is 6, right? Monday letter count is 6. So our I value is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 6. Yes, 1 is less than or equal to 6. The condition has satisfied. We will check whether ith letter of X dot word is a vowel. What is our first letter? M. M is not a vowel. So we will come out of this if block. But I value will be incremented to 2. I equal to I plus 1 will happen. I will be 2. Okay, for the second letter, we will check whether 2 is less than, yes, 2 is less than or equal to 6. And yes, what is the second letter? 0.
Wobble.
Oh, sorry, O. If ith letter of X dot word is a vowel, that is O is a vowel. So if A, the condition is not satisfied, A is false, you can see A is false. Here we have not set to true inside here anywhere now. So now A value will be true. Now we will set A value will be true to true after seeing O, which is a vowel. Okay. After seeing a vowel. After seeing vowel, A value will be set to true. Are we setting A to false? No, right? We are not setting A to false. While we are iterating over the letters of the word, once A is made to true, we are not setting A to false. Is it clear? Whatever I told now?
Yes. Very clear.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. After seeing one vowel, we are not setting it to false. Okay.
If we set it to false,
Huh?
then we are checking. If A is set to false, we'll be checking for consecutive vowels. In the if loop, if after the first inner if loop.
Yes. Okay. And now I value will be incremented. I equal to I plus 1 will happen. Even if the condition is satisfied or not, I equal to I plus 1 will happen. That is 3. I value will be 3. 3 is less than or equal to 6. Yes, the condition is satisfied. So we will be inside. So yeah. The if block, if condition will be checked. Whether the N is third letter of our word is a vowel or not. It's not a vowel, no, it's a consonant. N is a consonant. So this if condition is not satisfied, so I value will be incremented. I value will become 4. Fourth letter, 4 is less than or equal to 6, and fourth letter is not a vowel. D, fourth letter of our word is not a vowel. So I value will be incremented. Nothing will happen. And 5 is less than or equal to 6. The condition is true. Yeah, the condition is true. Yeah. If
So,
ith
ma'am,
letter, yeah.
sorry to interrupt. So, if it is a vowel, the I will not get incremented, only the A gets incremented.
No. Even if it is a vowel or if it is not a vowel, the I value will be incremented.
But
Only if
here
it
it
is.
is not written now, so I got confused.
I have written, okay, I have updated no here, but it has become 2 and then I value has become 3. That's why I have checked next time 3 less than or equal to 6, not 2.
Okay,
No.
okay, okay. And
Yeah.
ma'am, so when A will be true, then B has to be true, right? So why B is not becoming true now
See, when A is becoming true
with a vowel?
with a vowel, but when
Yeah.
B is becoming true, only if the letter is a vowel and also A should be true. So let us see this case. Okay, now our letter is A, right? A is a vowel. So ith letter of a word is a vowel. And if A is also true. Now, because we have not set A to false here, A is also true and the current letter A is also vowel. So now we will set
Okay,
here,
okay,
now,
okay.
now we will set here
B is equal to
B value to true. B value to true. So when B is becoming true, after seeing second vowel only, right? After seeing second vowel only.
So ma'am, I also gets incremented here, right? It becomes 6.
So I value also will be incremented. I value will be 6. Yes. Even if the condition is satisfied or not satisfied, I
I will
value will
be
be
getting
incremented.
incremented every time. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Got it
because
now. Got it.
why it's because even if the condition is happening or not, the I equal to I plus 1 is inside this inner while loop, but it is outside of this if block. That's why it will be I equal to I plus 1 will be executed always, even if the if condition is not satisfied.
If the vowels are consecutive,
Yeah,
then also this will be true.
yeah. Then also then also it will be become B will be true. Okay. Now after seeing a
Even if
vowel,
it is not consecutive, even if it is one next to another, B will become true, ma'am.
yeah, that's what. Even if they are not consecutive, then also if a word contains 2 vowels, then our B value will be true and D we are getting incrementing. D is getting incremented,
Got
right?
it, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Now got it.
Okay. Next letter is Y. So Y is not a vowel. So it just I value will be incremented to 7 and we will come out of this while loop and we will see if B yes, B value is true. Currently our B value is true. Yes, for this word Monday B value is true. So D equal to D plus 1 will happen. That means the D value will be incremented to 1. So when D is getting incremented, if there are at least 2 vowels, right?
We can take any word from the word data set.
Yeah, you can take any word from the word data set. D will be incremented only if there are at least 2 vowels. Okay, now D will be incrementing only if the word has at least 2 vowels inside it, right? Even if the vowels are consecutive or even if the vowels are not consecutive, D value will be incremented if our word has at least 2 vowels. Even if there is another vowel also, there won't be any problem, right? Because B value will be incremented. B value will be remain true when we won't be setting it to false, right? B value will be true and then we will increment D equal to D plus 1 will happen. So even if there are 2 or 3 or 4 or any number of vowels, like D value will be incremented. So D will be incremented only if the number of vowels in our word is 2 or greater than 2. So the answer is B, number of words with at least 2 vowels. Is it clear? If not, you can ask.
It is
Ma'am,
clear,
now
ma'am.
clear.
Option C
Very
is
Yes,
clear.
not.
sir.
Option
Clear.
C is also correct.
Option
No.
C is not correct. So why it is not correct? So it is not always the case, right? Number of words with 2 consecutive vowels. So here in the Monday, you can see O and A are not consecutive. O and A are they consecutive? No, right? They are not consecutive. Still, D value is getting incremented.
Okay, okay, got it, ma'am. Got it.
Yeah, even if they are consecutive also, it will be getting incremented. But even they are also not consecutive, it will be getting incremented. The only case is there must be 2 vowels in a
Two
word. At
vowels.
least 2 vowels. 2 or
Yeah.
greater than 2. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, how many CT questions will be there in the qualifier exam?
Yeah, it varies. Okay, actually. Yeah, we can give exact number. So you can see the previous papers also. So you will get some idea, right? How many, like around 15 to 18.
Ma'am, where can I
In the
use the
Excel,
previous year
Yeah,
paper?
actually you cannot access the previous papers. That's what. Yeah, around 15 to 18 questions you will get. Okay. Yeah, some
but
of the questions will be easy, some of them will be tough, but some of them in the medium level. So you will be able to answer within the given time frame. Okay.
it will take a lot of time. I am verifying each word like this in the exam.
Yeah, it
You
will take
may.
a lot of time. That's what previously I told the simple way, but no one has understood. So that's why the one way we can check is like when when D is getting incremented. So D is getting incremented only if B is true. So when B is becoming true, when A is true. When A is true and the current word is a vowel. So when A is becoming true, it is becoming true only if the only after seeing a vowel, it is becoming true. So you can verify in this manner, back check. And or the other thing the other person has explained is like by going through the options. Take a word like not from our data set, just he has taken BBA or something, and then he have uh, validated the pseudocode against these options. So whichever option is giving the correct answer, just mark that option. Yeah, that also one way.
But it is more faster if we come from the most outermost
Yeah.
loop.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So finding the number of pairs with the similar properties. So how to find the number of pairs with the similar properties? Yeah, this is the week 4 content, no? So basically, okay, you have to find the pairs with the same occupation, right? That is like Ajay has occupation of software engineer. So you wanted to find the person who has the occupation as software engineer. They will form as pairs, no? So Ajay and Akansha will be a pair, and Ajay and Deepak also will be a pair, because all of those occupations is software engineer. Is it clear? Ajay can form pair with Akanksha and Ajay can form pair with Deepak because they have the same occupation, software engineer. Is it clear what I'm trying to tell?
Yes, ma'am.
So Ajay and Deepak will be. So what you have done here is, first you have to find the pairs who has the same occupation. So what you have done, you have first picked this row Ajay, and you have seen his occupation as software engineer. Then what you are going to see is like this row is freezed, Ajay row is freezed, the occupation is software engineer. So you will compare all others occupation against the Ajay's occupation, which is software engineer. So if the occupation is matching, then you will make them as pairs. So you will check Ajay and Vikasha. Vikasha occupation is data scientist, so both are not matching, so it won't be a pair. Ajay and Hamid, what is his occupation? Hamid occupation is hotel management, so both are not matching, you won't form a pair. Ajay and Akanksha, so both occupation is software engineer, so they will form a pair. Ajay, Rajia, you will check. Rajia occupation is data scientist, so they won't form a pair. And Deepak, Ajay and Deepak are software engineers, so they will form a pair. So you got this many pairs now for Ajay, Akanksha and Ajay Deepak. For Vikasha also you will do the same thing. Vikasha, data scientist. So you will search, you will freeze this row. You won't compare Vikasha against Ajay again because it's already compared, because you have checked Ajay and Vikansha already while comparing, while checking for Ajay row, when you have freeze the Ajay row. So you will check Vikasha and Hamid, both are not same. Vikasha and Akansha you will compare, they are also not same. Vikasha and Rajya, they both are data scientists, so they will get a pair. So same, Hamid you will freeze, and then you will compare Hamid against all these other rows. Yeah, that's what you will do to find a row, to find pairs. Is it clear how you are finding? You will freeze a row, then
Ma'am, it's showing notepad.
sorry.
Notepad is still showing. Ma'am, we are not able to
Oh,
source the
you
code.
should have. Yeah, you should have. Yeah, but anyhow, yeah. So this is what I'm telling.
Ma'am, week 5 content come in qualifier exam.
No, only week 1 to week 4. This is week 4 content only, whatever I'm telling. So basically here you wanted to find pairs who has the same occupation. Now now what you will do is you will first take the first row, that is Ajay. What is his occupation? Software engineer. So you will compare Ajay against all the other rows. You will check who has the same occupation, software engineer, and they will be pair. So yeah, Ajay and Vikansha can't, only Ajay and Akanksha here both has software engineer, so they can be formed. Again, Ajay and Deepak both has the same occupation, software engineer, so they will be a pair. So finally you will get Ajay Akanksha and Ajay Deepak. So again, okay, again you want pairs for this others also, right? For data scientist also there is, you wanted to find the pair. They also can be pair, right? Two data scientists. So what you will do, you will take Vikasha row, you will freeze that, and you will compare Vikasha row against the remaining rows like Hamid, Akanksha, Rajya and Deepak. Among them, only Vikasha and Rajya both has the same occupation, so they will become a pair. So similarly for Hamid, you will see his occupation is hotel management. What you will do is you will check him against the other three people like Akanksha and Rajya and Deepak. No one is matching with the hotel management, so you won't get a pair for Hamid. For Akanksha, it's a software engineer. So already Akanksha has formed a pair with Ajay. While we are comparing Ajay with Akanksha and Deepak, right? So Akanksha will now form pair with Deepak. Okay, already we have seen Hamid, Vikasha and Raja has already formed a pair. So while iterating, we won't get any other pairs now. Is it clear?
Ma'am, this time Akansha will not pair with Ajay.
No, Akanksha won't pair with Ajay because already we have got the pair, right? Ajay Akanksha. Pair is same, right? Ajay Akanksha. Akanksha and Ajay and Akanksha both are same, right?
Ma'am, what will be the answer of previous question?
It's B.
Can you show me the option?
Number of words with two vowels, at least two vowels.
Okay, ma'am, thanks.
Ma'am, do we get the slides after the class?
Yeah, you will get the slides.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
So that's what I have discussed here. The same thing. We are just incrementing only based on the So how to code this? Can anyone of you try this? Try to write the pseudocode. How to do this? Please try to code. So I will give some time for you to code. Then we will discuss like what to write. Okay. Just code by yourself for some time, like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Then we will discuss. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Ask the code. Yeah, yes. I am asking you to code this. So you wanted to find the pairs based on the occupation. Just try to figure out the logic. Okay. Hello.
Yes, where ma'am?
Sorry.
So where I have to write the code?
Yeah, you can note it down. It's yourself in some word yourself in notebook or anywhere. Just try to write the logic by yourself. How to code this, like how will you find the pairs? If you have this data set, how will you find the pairs? What code you will write to find the pairs? Do this. Okay. Just for 5:15, 5:10. Yeah, if you have understood the logic, if you have got the logic, please tell me. Okay, I will.
Basically, madam, it's a comparing.
Yes, you should compare.
Compare. So I've written a code, small code. I don't know whether it is right or wrong.
Okay.
While pile one has more card, read the first card in pile one.
Okay.
Move card X. Move card X to pile two. I mean, first row card to move to pile two. Read the
Okay.
top card in pile one, and again move to pile one if uh,
Yeah, continue.
actually, madam, I'm not getting that after that.
Compare something.
I know the logic, that is, it's just a comparison.
Okay,
If
okay.
the
Kind of like
occupation,
if
if
dot
the
if x dot occupation is equal to y dot occupation or something.
Yeah, yes.
Ma'am also write some small code. I'm not knowing the correct or wrong. Can I explain?
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
will tell basic
I
logic.
mentioned my code in comments.
Okay, sure. So I will tell the basic logic. So basically what you have to do. So this is our table one, no? Whatever we are doing, let us assume this as table one. So we have
Yeah.
for table one, for each row in our table one, we will compare that row with all the remaining rows. So what we will do is, so first we will iterate over this table one, and there will be another loop, another while loop to iterate over the remaining rows.
Yes.
So you will have two while loops. One is for iterating over this table one. The other one is iterate over the other things. Like first, let us take this is Vishaka, no? So that is first row of our table one. And you will compare this first row with all the other rows. That means Hamid, Akanksha, Rajia, and Deepak. You should compare with every other row in this. So basically there should be 2 while loops to iterate over this table. You need in nested iteration to iterate over the table. So after freezing one row, you should move this row to another table. Then only you can achieve the desired iteration. Then only you can iterate this over this table twice. Okay. And then you should just compare this Vishaka's occupation against the remaining others occupation. If they are same, then pair whatever the count variable should be incremented. That's all. So I will show the code. So initially there should be some counter to count the number of pairs that we will be setting it to 0 initially. So count equal to 0 initially, that should be there, one counter to keep count. And there should be one while loop, right, to iterate over the rows of our table 1. So we will check, this is the while loop to iterate over the rows of our table 1. So we will read the first row. And for this first row, we should do something, right? We should do something needed to be written. We should we will move this first row to the table 2. Okay, then we should do something such that we should find the pairs. So basically this can be done in 2 ways. Okay, this can be done by using nested iteration or by using the procedure as well. Instead of do something needed to be written here, instead of this we can write all this procedure inside this while loop itself. Okay. Okay, regular thing, whatever shown in our lectures is, that means we will use the 2 while loops and we will achieve this. So what we will do is, while table 1 has more rows, read the first row from the table 1, move x2, move that row to table 2. Again, we will iterate over this table 1 only. In a while loop we will write, while table 1 has more rows. So we will read that row as y. So we will, what we will say is, if x dot occupation is equal to, that means same as y dot occupation, then we will increase count equal to count plus 1. And then that's all. No, that's all. We will stop the inner while loop here. That will be, this inner while loop will be iterating the remaining rows of our table 1. So this rows from the table 1 we won't move to the other table, but the first row, this outer loop card, we
Ma'am,
will
are
move
we
to
not,
table 2.
excuse me, ma'am, are we not going to increase the count and keep on iterating, because there are
Yeah, we
possibilities
will
that the
increase
same
the
person
count,
can.
and
Okay.
that's what I'm telling. It will be in while loop, in a while loop only, right? Whatever the code which I have tell, x dot occupation equal to y dot occupation, that will be compared in the inner while loop. So that will be continued for each and every other row, other remaining rows of our table 1. Yeah, that's what the regular code you have seen in week 4. But you can do the same thing by using the procedure as well. This some procedure also you can write. So for every card of our row, we should do something, right? So what we should do, we should compare his occupation with the other's occupation. So what we can say is, we will pass this, we will call the procedure number of pairs. To that procedure we will pass the new table, and also we will pass this a means nothing but our our card. A is like x card, we will pass that, so that we can compare the occupation. So what we will do in the new, this table 1, we will check, while table 1 has more rows, then we will compare if a dot occupation equal to same as this new row, like x or y or whatever row occupation. See, now it will be clear. So actually we will pass this the table 1, that means the remaining rows, like Akanksha has fixed, after moving Akanksha to table 2, whatever the remaining rows that are there in the table 1, we will pass that to procedure, and we will pass the current card x. X is nothing but a, it is stored as a here. So what we will do, we will compare over this table again, we will iterate over the table which we have passed, and we will read the first row, that is b. If both occupations are matching, then we will increase the count. Again, that will be continued till table 1 has become empty. That means this a card will be checked against the remaining rows of our table 1. So for all the for all those whose occupation is matching, then C equal to C plus 1 will happen. Okay.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
So what the A is containing? It is containing name or occupation.
A is containing the card X. X card.
So
Okay, A. Okay. Now
in
A is
condition,
no. A is then A should be X dot occupation then, because A is checking against the B dot occupation. No, so it must be X dot occupation. So
I mean,
A must be X dot
you mean
occupation.
A dot occupation.
Yeah, A equal to X dot occupation. See, X dot occupation only, we are finding number of
Okay.
pairs equal to table 1, comma occupation, that is X dot occupation.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
can we also do the binning over here? Like, because the comparison over here would be so many, so we
Yeah,
can in
you
the
can
first.
do binning also, yes.
So that would reduce the number of comparison. It would increase the actually variable count, like number of variables we have to maintain, but it would reduce our comparison. Like,
Yes, yeah, that's also binning also you can do. You can first, okay, you can iterate over our table, and you can segregate all the occupations with the like software engineer as another table, like table 2, and with the data scientist you can make them, you can store them in other table like table 3, and then yeah, then you can find the pairs. That also possible. The binning also you can do. That's what, yeah.
so we
Instead of,
can use any procedure, but
you can use the binning concept here also. Yes, yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Another thing, can it be done like the previous page, you are putting B occupation is equal to A's occupation, but similarly A's occupation can also be B's occupation. In that case, C will get incremented twice. So can you not put B's occupation is equal to A and A's occupation is equal to B as a part of AND loop?
No, that see, this won't you here pairs won't be counted twice, because so now you have picked the first row of your table, then you have moved that row to table 2, X to table 2. You have that X won't be there again. Okay, that means whatever I have told here, okay, now you can see Ajay row. The first row is Ajay software engineer. Now this row you have completely moved to table 2. Ajay software engineer will be in table 2. Now you will compare this Ajay occupation against the all others occupation. So Akanksha and Deepak will be you will get pairs like Ajay Akanksha and Ajay Deepak. Okay, when you are iterating Akanksha, now you won't see Ajay again. You won't see Ajay again, because Ajay has already moved to table 2. Ajay won't be there in table 1 again. So Akanksha will be compared against Ajay and Deepak only. So again Akanksha and Deepak will form a pair. Okay, Ajay Akanksha repeated pairs you won't get, because you are moving the whatever the row you have seen, that you are moving to table 2.
Okay, right.
That comparison, twice comparison won't be happening.
Won't be happening, right?
Yeah. Okay, is it clear for everyone? Please ask. If not, we will continue to the next question. Okay, yeah, is it clear for everyone? Just go through the code once instead of yeah.
Let's proceed.
Okay, sure. Please answer this. Yeah.
Ma'am, option D can be correct.
Let us see. Okay, just wait for a few more minutes. Others also will finish. Okay. Shall we discuss this? Anyone of you?
Yeah, ma'am, discuss. Option
Ma'am,
D.
is there any ambiguity in the question?
No ambiguity in the question.
Because in the while loop, the last line move x to table 2 moves all the rows from table 1 to table 2. And
Yeah.
given in A, we move the same year to table 2.
Okay, let us discuss. Okay. The given pseudocode is executed using the library table. At the end of execution, A, B, C capture the number of pairs of books published in the same year up to 1950, from 1951 to 2000, and since 2001 respectively. So A will count the number of pairs of books that are published in the same year up to 1950. That means 1950 or less than or equal to 1950. And B will count the number of books published in the same year from 1951 to 2000. And C will count the number of books which are published from 2001 and greater than 2001. 2001 greater than or equal to 2001 or greater than 2000. Okay. We have to find the number of pairs which are published in the same year, right? So A equal to 0, B equal to 0, C equal to 0 initially, because they are all are maintaining some count. So we will iterate over the table of a table, like a library table. So we will read the first row, and okay, after reading the first row, we will move that row to table 2. Okay, we have fixed one row, and that row will be moved to table 2, and that row should be compared with all other rows of table 1, right? That row should be compared with all other rows of table. So A equal to same year of table 2. That means we are passing the table 2 to this procedure, same year. So you should find the code, like what is our table 2 you should find. Okay, when we should move to table 2. When we should move to table 2? Only if
Year
the
is
year
equal and less than
or equal to 1950.
1950. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then we should move to table 2. And if it is between 1950, greater than 1950, that is from 1951 to 2000, that means less than or equal to
Table
2000,
3.
then we should move to table 3. That only we are passing, no, to B. And C, for C, it should be greater than 2000, right?
Yeah.
What should, yeah, that should be table 4. What should be the option?
Option C.
Ma'am, option D. It should be option D.
Option D, ma'am.
I think it's D.
D,
Yes,
ma'am.
option D. C, less than or equal to means table 2, greater than 1950 and less than or equal to 2000 means table 3, greater than 2000 means table 4. Right, that means it is option D. Okay, why option B is incorrect?
Because it does not include 1950.
Yes, less than or equal to
In
950
the
is not
first
there.
if block.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
in the first block.
Okay, ma'am. Next question.
Yeah, this is the concept of binning, no? So we have segregated them to different different tables, and that tables we are giving that tables to the procedure to compute the pairs. See, we are checking if both have the same year, then we are telling D equal to D plus 1.
Ma'am. So
Yes.
after third if block, why there is called move X to table 2?
That
After?
updates table 2 twice, and table 2 in fact contains the elements from year less than 1950 twice. So table 2 is not the correct table here. It should have been a different table in the last line of the while block.
So actually, so this last line should not be there. Move X to table 2, this should not be not there.
Should have been move X to table 5
Yes,
or
sir.
something.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. So
Last.
some different table, because we are putting things table 2 in twice.
Yeah,
Actually,
that
already-
move
we
X to table
already
2 should
updated
not be
table.
there. That should not be there because, yeah, we already checking, like, so each card we are checking, no, that card can be in 1950 less than, and if they are in some that rows, that will be moved to table 2, table 3, table 4. If that card does not belong to any of the year, then we can move it to separate table, table 5 or something like that, table
And
select.
say that X to pile.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
But in
after
this
giving
code,
the-
I don't in this code, but I don't think so. It's going to happen because we have given the open-ended ranges, so it's going to fall into any of the year, right?
Yeah, yes, it will be, but move X to
Actually,
table
we
2
should
should not be
eliminate
there.
that
That
line.
row should not, that line should not be there, because
No, we should
already it will be set.
eliminate that line completely.
Yes, yeah. Okay, but so after giving the table, what we are doing the nested iteration, so that each row will be compared to every other row, and we will check whether both of them has the same year, then we will increment D equal to D plus 1. Yeah, that's what we will do. So for A, the value of D will be different. For B, the value of D will be different. And C for, so different answers you will get for A, B, C. Because you are passing different tables. That inner iteration is clear for everyone? That inner while loop iterations?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is sorry.
Ma'am, is this comes after means that y has greater marks than x?
That the meaning is like sequence. X is coming, that sequence, like X card is coming first, Y card is coming after X. That's the sequence, not
Okay.
greater. Yeah.
Ma'am, done, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll wait for others also. Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah, should I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
Ma'am.
The pseudocode is
The
executed
answer
in.
is B.
I need to verify. Okay, I'm not sure.
My
Yes,
answer is
answer is
I
B.
think
Answer is B.
Okay, wait. Oh, yeah. But answer is B. Okay. Yeah, anyone would you like to explain? Yeah, as you have
yes,
already.
ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, please continue. Yeah, you can start explaining, or should I explain this?
Ma'am, I can explain.
Okay, yeah, please explain. Yeah.
So here we are finding a pair. Like suppose we have two student X and Y. So we are finding a pair such that the X student or Y student can mentor each other. So the condition for mentoring is there should not be more than and less than. There should not be the difference between their marks more than and less than 20.
No.
Be between 10 and 20.
Can I explain?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, here the question is like what will A represent at the end of execution? So here A will get incremented when the diff xy value stays in between 10 and 20, including 10 and 20. So that will come if x dot chemistry mark is greater than y chemistry mark. So that is why x will come before y. The option B is right. Did I explain well?
Okay. Is it clear for everyone? Is there any specific doubt, or should I explain once? Okay, just let me summarize. Okay, here we can see student X can mentor student Y if chemistry marks of X minus chemistry marks of Y is between 10 and 20, including boundaries. So less than or equal to 10 and 20, we should check. So that condition is X can mentor Y, right? Y can mentor the student Y also can mentor X, right? When his marks difference is marks between 10 and 20, chemistry marks is between 10 and 20. So what we are doing is like this also we should compare two students, right? We should compare each student with any other student, every other student. So there can be pair XY or YX. There can be pair XY or YX. X can form pair with Y, or X can mentor Y, or Y can mentor X, right? While we are checking. So what we are doing is first we are taking difference XY. If the marks lies between 10 and 20, then we will make XY as one pair. Like X can mentor Y. Here Y can mentor X if his difference in marks are between 10 and 20. Okay, that's what we are doing. So the question is, what will A represent at the end of execution? A is representing the number of study pairs of XY, right? Only XY, where student Y comes after student X. Because, can anyone explain this statement where student Y comes after student X? That statement alone. It's clear, no? A will represent count the number of study pairs of X, Y.
Yes, it's already given in the question, ma'am, that it's a kind of coordinate pair where X comes first and Y comes second. It has to be in this order. That's why it is said that chemistry marks of X minus chemistry marks of X lies in between 10 and 20.
Yes.
So like second block of code would also be good, provided the answer, the C option should have been like Y comes like if Y comma X like was there, so it would have make more sense. So yeah.
See, the thing is, you can see less than or equal to 10, less than or equal to difference XY, and difference XY less than or equal to 20. That means difference XY should be in which range?
10 to 20.
10 to 20. So X and Y can be a pair.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
the answer is the number of study pairs of XY, where student Y comes after student X. That means student Y is coming after. That means in our order, student. Okay, the cards are arranged in such a way that X is coming first and the Y is coming next to X. That means Y will be after X. That's what this is like order. This is not about the marks of Y or marks of X. Yeah.
In this question, can we, after diff xy, whatever you have mentioned, a is equal to a plus 1, instead of diff yx and writing if thing, can we not write else diff yx is equal to y chemistry minus x chemistry, b is equal to b plus 1? Why another if is required, or if you can?
Another if is required because the difference in the marks can be greater than 20, 21, 22.
So in any case, there can be only two options. Either X chemistry is greater than Y chemistry, or Y chemistry greater than. And
yeah,
we are
but
negating.
the difference can be more than our specified range. So there should be always this second if also.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Because there is not we are not using what is a model.
So
instead of that, madam, instead of that,
option-based
can you? Instead of that, if you could have put one differentiator in the beginning as a mod value, mod xy, where mod will give the x chemistry minus x chemistry, or it can be x can be greater than y, or y can be greater than x. Can you put the mod if x minus y is mod will be this will be always positive.
Yeah, positive. The thing is like else part you are talking, no? That else part should not. We won't mention the else part. Only
I understand.
Yeah.
But we can also use mod to
mod
slightly
thing all. Mod thing cannot use, no?
But ma'am,
Minus
we can
10.
track the order of X and Y.
Yeah, then we cannot track the order of X and Y. A and B won't be there. Only A will be there that time. Only one variable count will be there. because the difference can. So if x value is greater than y, then the difference will be in between, like x minus y will be 10 and 20 range. But if y is greater than x, then the value will be also between 10 and 20, but will be in the negative value, x minus y. So in the mod, it will count both a and b. Both a and will be counted in one pair. Yeah.
Ma'am, option B is correct.
Yes, option B is correct. Yeah, this is the end of this questions. If you have any general, not regarding this presentation, if you have any doubts, we can go back and we can answer those. Yeah.
Ma'am, can you explain procedures, arguments, and parameters?
Sorry?
I have little confusion in parameters and arguments.
Yeah, parameters and arguments are the same. So in the procedure is like, how do you identify a procedure that has some name, same years, do something, right? Something like print something or something. The procedure will have name, and the arguments that take this inside the parenthesis. Arguments are to be changed to table 1, right? Inside the, see here the arguments are table 1. Only one argument it is taking, that we should pass some table. But the naming here inside the table, the naming is table 1, T1. So actually here for A, here A equal to same year of table 2, we are passing table 2, but it is referred as T1 inside the procedure. Okay. So how many arguments we have to pass? One argument to this procedure, same year, and that should be a table.
Okay. So how we will know that it is the value of A, B, or C? I mean, it is table 2 or table 3 or table 4?
What is your doubt?
I mean, you just said that.
Mm.
So we are taking arguments table T1.
Mm.
So we are using table
We are
2.
taking argument a table T1. T1 is the name for this table inside the procedure. So we can pass any table.
Okay, so we can pass any table.
Yeah.
We are table 2, table 3, table 4, any table.
Yes, you can pass any table. But inside the procedure, it is referred as table T1. T1.
Okay.
It is referred as T1.
And for this quiz 1, they will take the best of the, out of the 4 weeks assignment, they will take the best 2, or what they will take?
I am not sure of that. You can ask in the discourse. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, will the quiz 1 questions similar to grade assignments?
Yeah, if you solve graded assignment questions by yourself, you will get, yeah, it will be in the same or lower or higher level. Yeah.
Ma'am, please give us some bonus tips for quiz 1, because we are not feeling motivated for that. Confidence are not high level.
So in CT, the thing is you should practice. That only thing you can do for CT. You should practice. Then only you will understand more to solve. Just do all the questions.
Pseudocodes.
Yes, try to solve more codes by yourself. Try to code by yourself also by seeing the question. Like what has to be achieved in the question, you can see and you can code yourself, and you can compare the code with the code that is given there. That also one way. And you should solve. This is the only thing you can do in CT. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Just take a question and see the option, okay, and you will understand what has to be done. Then you can code by
Ma'am,
yourself and you can, yeah.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, what if B or if A or something, if it represent initial term or something else?
If B, that means if the value of B is true, then that if loop condition is satisfied, and then we will enter inside the if block. So when the statement inside the if block will be executed, only when the condition becomes true, right? Only if the if condition becomes true, the statement inside the if block will be executed, right? So if we see something like if A or if B, that means if the value of A is true or if the value of B is true, then the statement inside the if block will be executed. Okay.
Because ma'am, I saw some question PYQ where if B represent or if A something represent in some question initial term.
In easier term
Means starting just like B is initialized with false or B initialized with true. That represent it if B.
No, you have to check whenever you are executing that statement, if A or if B, you should check for the value of A or value of B. If the value of A at that state is true, then the if condition has satisfied, you will enter inside the if block and the statement will be executed. If the A is holding the value false at that time, then the if condition is not satisfied and you will come out of that loop block. If condition is not satisfied, then the statements won't be executed of that if block. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have the same doubt now. Ma'am, in this, I saw this question where it was written P is equal to false and Q is equal to false. And then in the if statement, it's written if bracket X dot part of speech is equal to pronoun and Q. So here, what does it mean? Like if Q
That
means
means both conditions have to be satisfied. The parts of speech should be pronoun and Q value also should be true. And the case, no? So Q also should be true and parts of speech also should be pronoun. Then only you will answer inside the if block. Then only the condition will be satisfied. Okay.
Okay, so first it's initialized to false, and then in later when if we get Q is equal to true, and then only then if we have a pronoun and Q is equal to true, then we enter the block. Is that correct?
Yes. You have to check whenever you are executing that if statement at that current time, what is the value of Q? You should check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you taking up questions from graded assignment 3?
Actually, no, that you can ask in the open sessions. Okay. We have only 3 more minutes, no? Just normal doubts I'm taking. Yeah.
Ma'am, it's regarding okay, ma'am, it's regarding a concept like when it comes in the case of true or false, like I get confused. Like I'm not able to solve it still. Like for instance, in graded assignment 3, I think the 5th question. So there was a multiple true or false thing, and I got confused. Like I was not able to follow it. So can you just solve me that part? Like when it comes like in multiple times.
So yeah. Can you give example? Like what do you mean by that? Multiple cases? Multiple true and false?
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can I post the question in the chat or something?
Yeah.
Yes. Ma'am, I'm not able to do it. Okay, ma'am, I'll ask him in the office session. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. It's okay. Thanks. Okay. I think you have another session also, right? At 8 o'clock or something like that?
Yes, ma'am. Today math session is there.
Okay. Yeah. If you have other sessions or if you have Any general doubts you can ask. If not, we can close this session. Okay. Yeah, if you have any general doubts, whatever we have seen till now, yeah, from the presentation, yeah, you can ask, or any normal doubts, you can ask simple doubts. If not, we will move. We will close this
Ma'am,
session.
can I ask about and or operators?
Yeah, you can ask. So,
So,
and
ma'am,
yes,
yeah,
yeah,
please,
please
yeah,
tell.
you can.
So for
Ma'am,
and, if the and condition has to be satisfied, then both the conditions should be become true. Then only the and. So if something like, if x dot parts of speech is pronoun and x dot letter count is something like equal to 5, that means the word should be pronoun and its letter count should be 5. Then only the condition will be satisfied. That means both conditions should be satisfied. Then only the overall condition is satisfied. And then if it is inside the if block, then the if condition will be satisfied and you will enter the inside the state if block statement. So if it is not pronoun, if it is a noun, then the condition is not satisfied. Even if the letter count is not 5, if it is 4 or 6 or something, the condition won't be satisfied. So the thing is, both conditions should be satisfied. Then only the overall condition is true. If not, it is not true. For or, even if one of the condition is true, even if one of the condition is true, like if x dot parts of speech is pronoun or x dot letter count is some 5, if the condition is that, that means the word can be pronoun or it can be a word like verb or something with letter count 5, then the condition will be satisfied. Or it can be pronoun with a letter count 5, that also true. That means for or, any of one condition, even if any one of the condition is true, then overall condition will be satisfied. Okay. But if both conditions are not true for or, then the overall condition is false. Like if the word is not a pronoun and if its letter count is not 5, then both conditions are not satisfied. Then or overall or condition also will not be satisfied. Is it okay?
yes, ma'am, you are right. Ma'am, in the graded assignment, week 3, there was a question wherein the options was related to and an or operator. So could you help me? My answer, one of the answer was correct, but one got wrong. So wanted to check how it will be approached.
Yeah, you just check. You should check the code by giving some examples. By giving some example, you should check both the options which is correct, where you got one option correct, another option incorrect. No, so you
Okay,
you
okay,
should
okay,
check. Yeah, yeah.
okay, okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, Avinash.
Madam, actually, I have a doubt in week 4 practice assignment question number 4.
Sorry, I'm not taking any questions. You can ask in the open session. Okay, just normal doubts I'm taking, just the related to the presentation and everything. In the open session,
Oh.
you can ask. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah, yes.
in the last question, there was also an count for B.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be counting the marks which are greater for Y as opposed to X.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, if no one are having doubts, then we can close the session. If you have any doubts, you can ask. If not, we can close the session. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can close the session since no one has having doubts. Okay, thanks everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.